Welcome back to another edition of Talking Ball. Today we are looking at Carter Bryant, the forward from Arizona. Carter Bryant, man, he's really intriguing. He's a freshman, 6'8", 220 pounds. He's 19. He's got a rumored 7-foot wingspan. And the two things for me with Carter Bryant, he looks the part. His size and length for the forward position is he just looks like an NBA player and he moves like one as well. His ability to recover defensively, guard multiple positions, block shots and generate steals. He averaged one block and one steal per game in about 20 minutes for Arizona. He's a good athlete. That's evidenced by his ability to recover in some of these plays. Defensively, he just has a really good understanding of the game. That's where I want to start with Carter Bryant, is on his defense, because I just think that is the area of his game that is most translatable right now to the NBA level. There are, I don't, he's not necessarily like a lockdown defender right now, but he's a really good defender individually. I would say above average to good, right? And then off the ball, I think he's like excellent. His ability to rotate, to make plays, defense. He's a defensive playmaker, and then his size enables him to guard multiple positions. Like I think legitimately right now he can guard two through four, and he can guard some ones, and some fives, some. And the questions for me with Carter Bryant, the offense. How good can his offensive game get? You see a glimpse of it here. And the thing with Carter right now is it's more potential than it is production. He averaged 6.5 points per game for Arizona. Yes, it was in a limited role off the bench, and those numbers did improve as the year went on. But, you know, there are the flashes, man. You see them pretty consistently for not, I wouldn't say consistently, but you've seen a bunch of them, and then as the year went on, you saw them happen more and more. He's a great feel for the game. He's got the pull-up three we saw a little bit ago. He shot 46% on corner threes this season. I just think Carter Bryant, he's got all of the makings, all of the tools to be that complementary 3-and-D wing forward, more of a forward due to his size, which is great because it enables him to play multiple positions or cover multiple positions, and just versatility. NBA teams love that. They're constantly looking for a guy in this mold, 6'8", 220, 225, can defend multiple positions, can shoot the three, and is athletic enough to score inside, and has the potential to be able to create his own shot down the line. I just think there's a lot to like with Carter Bryant. Statistically, as I mentioned before, Carter only averaged 6.5 points. He did so while shooting 46% from the field, 37% from three, and 69% from the free throw line. 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and about 1 steal and 1 block per game in 19 minutes. He just didn't have a ton of playing time for Arizona, most of his production coming off the bench. In conference play, the numbers go up slightly. 7.5 points, 50%, 39%, 74% from the free throw line. And that was even better the last 5 games at around 80% from the free throw line, albeit in a small sample. 4.5 rebounds, just under an assist, just under a steal, 1.3 blocks, 1.3 turnovers. So the turnovers went up, the assists went down for Bryant in conference play. Now, with the stats, I do think, for me, for comps, guys who I thought of for Carter Bryant, and this goes both ways in terms of their production in the NBA, but in terms of similar production, similar builds, college-wise, similar roles, you look at a Patrick Williams and you look at an OG Anunoby. And similar production freshman year, Carter Bryant was a little bit less than Patrick Williams and more so than OG, who played 2 years in college. But I think that's kind of the mold. Now, which side of his development does he end up being more closer to? I think ultimately his game is he's bigger than OG. I don't think he's quite the defensive force that OG is right now, but I do think he could develop to be something similar. And I do think his offense is ahead of where OG was. So I don't think his defense is quite the same level, but I think his offense is ahead of where it was for OG. I just think ultimately, though, putting the comparisons to the side, I just think Carter Bryant he just fits that mold of a 3-and-D forward that teams covet, and for that reason I think he's going to go higher than I think people think. I have him in my lottery on my draft board. Currently I have Carter Bryant 12th. I have Carter Bryant 12th on my draft board, and I think he's going to be a lottery pick. Late, back half of the lottery, 7 or 8 till 14, but I don't think he'll last till 15. I just don't. I just think with his potential, I know he only averaged 6.5 points. I don't care. I just think he's got to be taken higher because it's just hard to find a guy with his skill set and size and length. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel. I got to keep saying this earlier. Until next time, guys, peace.